flowers moment. You probably seen in the thumbnail. Um, I got all these Eminem CDs here. I feel like if I had to take three, it'd probably be his first three, ironically, right? Yeah, the Slim Shady LP, the Marshall Mathers LP, and then which one was this? Curtains? No, the Eminem show. The Eminem show. I remember that one had a Superman on it. I can't be your Superman. Your Superman. That was my joint. I can't be your Superman. But the reason why I wanted to give Eminem his flowers is not because of the fact that he's one of the best lyricists of all time, one of the best rappers of all time, one of the biggest and most successful rappers of all time. That's not why. That's the obvious. I just probably have been one of those people I've been sitting back over the years waiting to see if he ever would just publicly relish in his celebrity and his fame. And I've never seen it. I've never seen somebody that successful in the entertainment business, because there's successful people in the world and you don't know them. You could sit next to them on a train. You could pass him in the street. You could see him at a gas station and you don't know that he's a millionaire or a billionaire or, you know, owner of some huge corporation. You don't know. These are faceless people, right? What do they say? Once again, there's a million millionaires in Manhattan alone, right? Is that what they say? So and I remember I heard that probably over 10 years ago. God knows what it is now, right? Especially with the economy going up. So people are making more money. Probably have 2 million millionaires in Manhattan alone. You know what I mean? And that's just one major city. It's not even a state, the whole state. So there's a lot of very, very successful people. But as far as entertainers, what is it to be an entertainer? If you're a rapper, if you're a singer, if you're an actor, you're a public figure. Your face, your persona, your talent, your image is out there for the public. That's part of your sell. That's part of your success. We all know who Eminem is. People would equate the blonde hair with him or the Nike hats with him or whatever, like, because it's a public figure. All right. It's not a hidden face like we talked about with some billionaire that's from Wall Street. So to see somebody that successful, you know, and that massive of an image to the public, he's a household name and a household face. Never really relish in all that fame. You know what I'm saying? Like, when's the last time I've seen, me personally, Eminem doing some club walkthrough or just out at all these a million events, whether he got paid to be there or not, just on the scene? You don't see Eminem on the scene. You don't see him flexing anything that would even attribute to his success. Like, I don't be seeing these like, think of like somebody like Rick Ross, and I follow Rick Ross because I think he's very motivational, you know, like from the way he promotes himself and he markets himself and the way he's into fashion, the way he's into cars, does car shows, the way he's into real estate. Like, he puts a lot into that house. Obviously he's into land. He talks about all the acres that he has. He's into traveling. You'll catch pictures of him and video of him in Dubai, living it up and doing this. And so I think he's a very motivational person to follow. But what he's exemplifying is his success. And a lot of that could be directly tied to financing or finances. It's clear. So if he's taking a dope picture with a Lamborghini and it's a flex and it's marketing as promotion, you're still subconsciously or consciously looking at Rick Ross and be like, oh yeah, you got it. You got the lamb next to you. And we know you own that probably, or we know that you can afford that. Right. So that's really the imagery when you follow a Rick Ross per se. But I haven't seen it come across me where I see anything that relates to flexing or showing off his success, AKA finances, for Eminem. Even when I said the imagery of him, where you equate him to things like the Nike brand, so simple. A Nike headband, a Nike hat, some Nike sweatpants or whatever. That's been his image forever. And I think it's just dope because I tie that to humility. How you could be that successful and not show shit. He doesn't even pop up in the news to me unless it's like new music that comes up, something maybe controversial that happened once in a blue with him still, because he came out being a controversial person. Even now, even once in a blue, I'll hear his name come up in something. Once in a blue though, you know what I'm saying? But you don't even hear like no regular news type of shit. Like somebody like, I'll see his name come up in news titles recently just from buying a house. The Future just bought this type of house or whatever. Just name popping up. I don't be seeing shit from Eminem. Yet he's still one of the biggest rappers of all time. He could walk outside, he walk into the mall and a mob will create around him. It's Eminem. You know what I'm saying? And I've never seen him try to embellish that or portray that or even reap the benefits of that. You know what I'm saying? Behind the scenes, you don't know what these people do in their real lives. He might have 20 groupies at his crib right now, just like the next man. Who knows? Right. I'm saying, as far as what we see in the public, I just think that it's a dope attribute to have when you're that scale of success, and public fame. I think it's just such a dope character trait to have. And don't get me misconstrued here. I'm not trying to say that you're not a humble person unless you don't show your success or you don't flex your success. I have a blog or a podcast episode a while ago that's on the channel where I said, celebrate your successes. It's healthy. You can read up on it. It's like scientifically proven how healthy it is to laugh and how healthy it is to have positive thoughts going through your mind, because, you know, when you feel a certain way, your chemistry changes inside. That's why they say stress raises, you know, things like cortisol in your body, and your stress levels, stuff like that can lead to cancers and whatnot, right? It's healthy to, you know, celebrate. It's healthy to feel happy. It's healthy to laugh, like physically. It's scientifically proven. You know what I'm saying? And me, I celebrate myself. I don't necessarily have to get on camera and say, yo, guess what I did? You know what I'm saying? Yesterday, I just closed this deal. I just did this. Or I made this. Like, I don't have to do that. But I promise you, in my real life, I make sure that I maintain a level of happiness, and I celebrate, and I give myself these moments to enjoy my accomplishments. You have to. It's healthy. It's productive. You don't have to let somebody pat you on the back. You have to celebrate yourself. There's nothing wrong with that at all. And if somebody tells you anything different, get away from them. Celebrate yourself. All right. You only live once. But I just don't want people to misconstrue what I'm saying here. I'm not trying to say that you're not humble unless you don't show your success or your celebrations. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying the only way for me to interpret Eminem's character of equating to humility is to look at his movements over the years of being so secluded. And somebody could say, maybe he's just a private person. Okay, cool. But how private can you be when you're one of the biggest rappers of all time? You can't just walk outside without being recognized. You can't just have a family. Then he rap about being out with his kids and while I'm eating and feeding my daughter, right? Because I am whatever y'all, right? He rapped about it. Like, at that level, there is no privacy. There isn't any. So it's not like, oh, you don't see this because Eminem's so private. I mean, yeah, you could still try to keep yourself off the internet and maintain a level of privacy, but you are who you are. And you show what you show regardless. You know, when they say eventually money is going to show the real you regardless, right? It's been how long? Eminem is like one of our elders and OGs at his age, right? So I don't give a fuck what people would attribute it to. At some point, the real him would have been displayed. And he's been consistent all this time of just being off the radar, not trying to be in the mix or show y'all the world or flex a million. Like, it's just never been him, man. I just respect him for it.